All right, I've got a replay review of a Champ 1-2's game submitted by rocketbot. In their comments, they wrote, I dropped from Champ 3 to Champ 1, and I have no idea why. I feel like every game is either I carry or we lose, which usually means it's me, yet I can't figure out where I'm going wrong. What more can I do here? It feels like I have to cover 1,000 mistakes from my teammate, but if I make even one mistake on a play, it's an instant goal. Well, I totally understand where you're coming from with feeling like, you have to do everything on the field. And, it's certainly frustrating if you feel like your teammate isn't, pulling their weight in the game. What I like to do is I just play the game through. I'll write down some specific moments or interactions that I notice where, maybe we can be doing something different to have a positive outcome for the team. And we'll go from there. Right. Let's get into it. So I do think you were a bit aggressive there. Uh, if I were in your shoes, once I saw that they got such good control off of that kickoff, maybe a bit more passive defense, and that way you're not always playing explicitly to prevent a goal, but sometimes you're just playing to buy time for your teammate to rotate back and continue the defense. Okay, might be probably pushed up a little bit too far here. All right, good contact off the rebound there. Okay. So instead of you're kind of standing and watching there a little bit. I think you're not maintaining enough distance from your teammates. You're limiting the total amount of space that you're covering as a team. So I think if you were a bit further away from your teammate and a bit further back, you wouldn't get scored on as easily, or maybe not at all in that scenario. Okay, so if I just get some control. Okay, bouncing it off the 45 is something generally you want to try to avoid, especially in twos, because passes off the 45-degree wall are a lot more dangerous in twos than they are in threes, just because there's one less defender. So you've got time here. Collect this boost, bring it up the wall a little bit, maybe. Okay. Maybe if you had kept that ball a bit more grounded, you would have been able to not lose that 50 so quickly. All right, your buddy's getting beat up. Okay, it's gonna be a play to a corner. You got a 1v1. All right, I love the patience here. Good job. A lot of players will be over eager and just try to like blast it. So being able to have that patience in the moments where it's a 1v1 is really critical, and definitely a sign of patience under pressure. Alright, that was a bad turn towards the ball, and that's kind of leading to your awkward position here. Good job keeping it out though. Alright, going for the demo. I don't fully disagree with it. You didn't have a ton of vision on the field. I'm going to want to take a look at that moment a bit further. It might have been something better for you to do, but I wouldn't say that was 100% wrong by any means. Good pass. Way to stay in the play. Right. Got that boost. Good save. Good job. I think you could have had a better shot on that to turn it into a goal, but you can't always get the exact, dream shot that you're envisioning. But, the decision to go for that ball and take a shot, definitely correct. Okay. I try to limit driving in circles so much on defense. I'll write that down. Good touch there. Be careful with that pop, though. If they had been more aware, maybe they'd probably take that away from you. Way to finish. Get some boost, head back. Alright, and then I would have slowed down a little bit further. Hang out nearer to the back post because your teammate looked prepped and ready to, be the first man on defense again. I kind of want to look at that one again too. Okay. Alright, I don't agree with that decision to go chase that guy. You didn't really know who was going to win the ball back behind you. Your teammate could have just lost the 50 and then the other guy just dribbles it into the net. So maybe some more discernment for finding those good opportunities to go for a demo chase. Good job. Good team pressure. I was talking, so I'll look at that scenario again. Okay. Good pop. Good win. If your teammate was there, then it looked like he had space to put that into the upper right corner. So I don't think I like this stop and challenge. Now you're rotating front post. You're a little awkward. Your teammate isn't sure how to approach it exactly because you're rotating back front post. If you had just, stop right then and there, instead of the stop and challenge, just drive to your back post, then your teammate would have a clear view of the field in front of him and know exactly that, it's his turn to go. And, generally, rotating back post is going to be the better decision to take there. Alright, so you just kind of want to slow the play down and not overcommit in their half. Good job. Your teammate clears that out. And now he's first, so you're just hanging back for a ball like that. Good single jump challenge. If you're a little faster on that flick, you probably score right there, but, good job. Ooh, off the ball. Okay. Nice off the ball clear. Could always go for a little more oomph behind those, but, good job. Those aren't the easiest. So. Here, yeah, you're driving back. I just keep driving it back a bit further. Good job. And right here, I wouldn't keep driving forward. So they're just so much closer to the ball than you. Okay, and they end up converting off of that. All right, so I've got looks like 6 moments I want to go back and review. So let's just take a look at those. First one's only a few seconds in. Okay, yeah, so this... Alright, so when you see the ball, it's kind of a rare kickoff for it to just go straight up that fast off it. So right here, I would not challenge as aggressively as you did. The opponent got really good control of the ball, so it would be better to just start shadow defense there and just try to slow them down. Or, well, really, I would try to make it a goal line save because you're betting everything you got. You're betting the house. You know, you put like all of your eggs in that one challenge when really you can fake challenge. You can just drive at him and then right here just turn around and like if you just like drove at him and then let me move the ball. So you know the ball's like here, and you just full send. And there are definitely times where you full send, but if you had just driven at him and then come back into a back post rotation, then you know maybe your opponent feels that pressure and he like tries to flick the ball, and then you get an easy collection around you know your back line, and then you get to advance the ball forward. So purely because of how easy that ball was to read from your opponent's perspective. Like, let's take a look at his. Who collects it? Envious. So it pops straight up. So pretty easy for him to collect it. So if the ball was a bit more awkward off of that kickoff, you'd have better justification for going for that really aggressive challenge. But you know, we see the result. Okay, but I don't want to dwell on that. Like, you played really well this game. 240. Oh, okay, yeah, demo chase. So I don't disagree with going for that demo chase, but then you know, what was I looking for? 240. Maybe you could have gotten to the ball a bit sooner if you held power slide a little longer. Um, I don't really recall what exactly I was looking for at that moment, so let's just keep moving on. Good demo. So here you're driving in circles a lot, like you do like 3, when really what would probably be better is instead of this turn in at 127, it's like you get the demo and then you bring up the paint again. I would just drive straight to the back post. So, you know, you get that demo around like here, and then I would just keep going the way you were going and have all of your goal in front of you, so you can defend. Instead, what you do is you get the demo and then you kind of come over here and you like drive in a circle twice. And it's just a bit awkward. And what driving in a circle actually does is it means that you know, there are times when you're driving in that circle where you're not going to be able to react to a ball that's played behind you. But by staying back post, you keep, you know, all of the threatening area in front of your car, and that's ideal because you can move the fastest going forward because of boost. Okay. We got another moment in just like 20 seconds here. Kind of risky. Like, it worked out, but it's a little risky to be driving like towards your goal that way. Once again, if you had rotated back post, meaning you know the corner of the goal that you can see on the screen right now, then you wouldn't have to risk an own goal. So it worked out, but dangerous. That pop was a little dangerous because they would have an opportunity to snipe it off you, but you know, it works out. Kick off here. So right here, You want to be looking at your teammates to see the quality of their recovery after a save as well. When you're this far away from the goal, if your teammate was like upside down and sliding around in the goal, then you'd be a lot more justified in going for the save like you do. But he recovers pretty well, so I would stop again right here at back post, just so you have the whole of the goal in front of you. Instead, you drive like into your goal, and now you're turning around a bit, and then he ends up being able to pop it over you. So ideally what happens is, you just stay back post a little bit, and I don't disagree with your decision to go when you did. Maybe, yeah, it's a little tough at that moment. Let me just slow it down. So really your teammate should have, okay, it gets that hit, and then, okay, your teammate probably could have gotten a hit as well, and then, it gets flicked over you. How threatening was it, do you think, his first hit? Let's go back and look at it. Okay, so I think you had some time to, let your opponent have one more touch, because he did have an angle on the goal. So it's pretty tough there. You can't win them all. Alright, and then 20 seconds is the next note. Good hit off the wall there. I don't know what I was going to point out here. I mean, good job, not overcommitting. And he scores, so I don't know. Don't know what I had to point out at 20 seconds. Is it a little bit before 20 seconds? Good read on his hit. And then, yeah, no, I don't know. Okay. Next thing I had to point out was at 140 in the overtime. Here, keep driving back. You don't want to stop and challenge for that ball in the air. Play it to your corner. So that hit, you kind of just gave it away. It's important to know, like, you might have been able to play that to your right for your teammate to have a ball. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. But, I mean, good job overall. Hopefully this review was a little bit helpful for you. It's really important to not, try to eliminate movement that is unnecessary, wastes boost without cause, or generally just, leaves the back half of your goal open. So the one tip I would leave with you is to make sure that you're rotating back post, because it just makes the rest of the game come together. So good job. Hopefully this was helpful. Take care. Bye-bye.